field 3, it's a Jackson Boone goal. The equalizer in the 19th minute. On field 3, it is Team Beasley 2, Jackson Boone 2. 19th minute of the first half.
I mean, time out.
On field 4, fans. In the 3rd minute of the first half, it is hashtag United versus Natty SC. We are 0-0. Don't forget, fans, on field 5, a group F matchup coming up shortly. Conrad and Beasley United taking on Gracie FC. Once again, that is field 5. Conrad and Beasley United taking on Gracie FC. Kickoff scheduled for 12:45. On field 4, it's a goal for hashtag United. Your score, hashtag United 1, Natty SC 0 in the 5th minute. Field 3, we're at halftime. It's Team MC 2, Jackson Boone 2. Second half action coming up shortly. Don't forget, fans, we are minutes away from kickoff on Field 5 in a Group F matchup as Gracie FC takes on Conrad and Beasley United. Score update, fans. In the stadium on field 1, it is Sayward FC 4, US Women 0. The 28th minute of the second half. 29th minute, it's hashtag United 1, Natty SC 0. Fans, be sure to check out the Soccer.com merchandise tent conveniently located near the event entrance. There you can purchase all official TST and team apparel right on site. Once again, that's the Soccer.com merchandise tent located near the event entrance. And a reminder, fans, TST will be using target score time at the conclusion of each game. At the end of the second half, a target score will be set by adding 1 to the leading team's goal count. The first team to reach that target score wins.
North Carolina, our site of the 2023 TST, the first ever The Soccer Tournament. $1 million in immortality on the line here at Field 5 at WakeMed Soccer Park. David Goss with you on the TST YouTube page. Here is why this tournament is special, unique, and has been a blast so far here in the first day session. It's 77 20-minute halves, no offsides, no throw-ins, running subs. The game is quick, it's fast, and it ends on a buzzer beater every single time. It ends on a golden goal. When we reach the end of 40 minutes, we will set a target score 1 goal more than the highest scoring team, or 1 goal more than the 2 teams if they are equal. And when you hit that score, the game is over. This is where we stand. Right now, it has been an electric start as the top half of this groups have gone through their first matches. We just saw Hapoel Tel Aviv annihilate Virginia Dream. A +5 goal differential in their 6-1 win. Valida, a little bit of a surprise, taking down Wolves in their first game. As well, Culture by Mo Ali taking down Dallas United in their first match as Far East outplayed West Ham in their first match as well. So some big-name clubs, Borussia Dortmund, Wolves, West Ham, they're on the bottom of their group. And there are some big names on the field here in this one. We have DeMarcus Beasley and Jimmy Conrad, the 2 USMNT veterans, the 2006 World Cup teammates who put this team together. That man, DeMarcus Beasley, the Jitterbug, one of the great players in USMNT history. PSV Eindhoven, you see there embracing Jimmy Conrad. The 2 of them were on the field in the 2006 World Cup. Beasley setting up Clint Dempsey for the goal against Ghana. Clint Dempsey running a team on a separate field, losing right now. And DeMarcus Beasley just said to me, we know it's going to be tough. We see what's happening to Clint. We know we have to do a little bit better. Jimmy Conrad at 46 years old right next to him. He chose to put back on the shin guards and the shorts. He will be out there for this squad, and he will be one of a couple legends in this group. We will get to the rest of that starting lineup in a moment. On the flip side, Gracie FC, the family Gracie, the original MMA champions. Some of the great fighters in the world. They popularized and then spread Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but with that Brazilian blood means the flair for the beautiful game. And they will be led out by a group of Brazilian, American, and players from all around the world, including former Egyptian Youth International players, Spanish players, and the like, as we get started here. 7v7. Conrad and Beasley united in their light blue and white kits going right to left in possession now, and Gracie FC in their dark blue with the gold numbers going left to right on your screens. 20-minute halves here as we get started in this one. It has been a learning experience, I think, for most teams early in this tournament, just figuring out the flow of the game, just figuring out the style of the game. And one person who's not going to need a lot of time to figure things out, you see Dwayne De Rosario there, arguably the greatest player in MLS history, hitting that shot early on off a player. We have seen in our 2 games here, we have seen a goal in the opening minute both games. As Conrad and Beasley United chop that shot over the crossbar, and that'll probably break our streak there. That's Hunter Gorski, Marlboro, New Jersey native, Stanford soccer legend. Most of this team for Conrad and Beasley United from across the Major League Soccer ranks, as this one's floated through, including this man, Chris Konopka, in goal. A number of players still playing at the USL levels, as well as a few players who are some of the best in the Arena Soccer League, including Roque Jr., who keeps floating out to our left-hand corner, trying to create space because there is no offside in this competition. So as an attacking player, you can stretch the opposition line as much as you want, but these are the little intricacies that teams are still figuring out, and it's been really as we go in these first games. We've seen teams come from 3 goals down, 4 goals down to get back into games to win at times as you start to get comfortable with the style. The big number 11, Ricardo Carvalho for Conrad and Beasley, also playing in the MASL alongside Lucas Roque. Some of the players with experience in tight games and tight spaces like this, games where the ball stays on the ground and flows pretty quickly. Flip side for this Gracie team, a ton of talent in this team, led by Pablo Gardenios, the goalkeeper out of Madrid, Spain, in the Getafe Academy. One of a number of players connected to Rider University here that played together in their college days. D-Row with the layoff. Carvalho with the long strike, and he curls it wide. And what a comeback. Team Dempsey. They were trailing 2-0 to Jackson Boom. They have pulled it back to 2-2 right now as Sayward FC is about to enter target score time against the U.S. women's team led by Heather O'Reilly, under the guidance of Mia Hamm and Michelle Akers. 4-team groups. The top 2 teams go through to a single round elimination from here on out. 32 teams pooling into 16 knockout games. 2 games today for every team as Lloyd steps up to win this one back. Former MLS Defender of the Year, Zach Lloyd, helping anchor things defensively. An eye on that U.S. women's scores. His wife is a part of that U.S. women team, heavily pulled from the UNC alumni ranks. Not just the most successful team in women's college soccer, arguably the most successful soccer program of any sort in the United States, that UNC women's team. And of course, just up the road here. Space for Roque to strike that one, but it's off the defender's back, and now a chance to counterattack. Michael Corby not able to find the feet there of Vitor Avelino. Avelino, part of what is a heavy Brazilian contingent on this Gracie team. Running substitutions, so you don't have to wait for the ball to go out, you don't have to wait for a stoppage, and you can come on and off as much as you want. As D-Row's in space, and he's just wide of the far post. Maybe no one in the history of this region has been able to find space and find goals like Dwayne De Rosario. 22 goals for the Canadian national team in his career. 4 MLS Cups, an MLS MVP. One of the greats on the ball in the history of North America. He gets his first half chance, and you can see how D-Row can be a difference maker in a game like this, when the ability to beat someone 1v1, maybe even more important than in full 11v11 because any breakdown could be a goal immediately because of how close you are. Ball played through here for D-Row. D-Row turns, he can't keep his feet. And it's cleaned up defensively in the end by Simon Shukreel. Shukreel, the St. John's alumni. Originally out of France in the Lyon Academy. Carry a heavy load here defensively alongside Jonathan Lupinelli. Two Frenchmen in the back for Gracie. This has been the most composed start we have seen. And I think you're seeing teams that have gone and watched the other games play out. We do have an illegal substitution here from Gracie. And the referee showing some leniency as we expect early on here. As this long strike from Carvalho, he doesn't need to be asked twice when he gets space. Now the rules state that in an illegal substitution, the player who was coming off gets red carded. You don't play a man down, but that player is ineligible for the rest of the game like a normal red card. I do think we have a situation as these teams figure it out and find their feet. As this is way too easy for Gracie to play through the shape of Conrad and Beasley United. Ski lays it off to Lloyd. Great defensive base for this Conrad Beasley team. Alex Dejan here, another Marlborough, New Jersey native, growing up with Gorski. Spent the final 2 years of his pro career with Atlanta United. So 3 stout defenders and Chris Konopka. One of the most technically sound goalkeepers you'll ever see. Currently a member of the U.S. Youth National Team coaching staff as their goalkeeper coach. Gonzalo Segares' U17 side, as well as coaching in the Orlando City Academy. As we get a couple subs on the fly there. We have seen teams start to learn how to take advantage of the subs. Either take advantage of your opponent when they make the sub to find an opening. We did see Newtown start to figure out you could run a sub into the flow of play and become a target on the back post as D-Row tries to lay that one off. All the way out. Very composed start to this game for these two teams. Carvalho again trying to take a risk there. Carvalho has been the one to stir the drink so far. It's opening 8.5 minutes. We had a goal in the first minute of our previous 2 broadcasts here. The Israeli side, Hapoel Tel Aviv, had already scored twice in the first 3 minutes. It took Kingdom FC just 26 seconds as we get some more substitutions on the field. Conrad and Beasley United. This is Chandler Hoffman, arguably the best player in Alabama soccer history, along this left side.
Defeating Borussia Dortmund 5-2.
I haven't seen Jimmy Conrad call his own number yet. See how long he waits for that.
It was Blade and Grass FC.
See that option out wide.
3-2.
Adam John floating on that far post. The best aerial presences at this tournament.
West Ham United FC 4-2. SLC FC defeated Club Nikolska 4-3.
So Dempsey's team,
Team
a group of longtime U.S. soccer legends like Eddie Johnson, as well as Jermaine Jones, Luis Robles backstopping them. It took them a while to find their feet. Feels like Conrad and Beasley have learned their lessons from that one. On the flip side for Gracie, you have to like the way they've played it. Not putting yourself in a hole too early and something to build off of as you find your footing in this format. Sayward FC leading 4-0. They are into target score time, so whoever hits
And on field
5
3,
goals on the scoreboard first will win that one. Sayward needs the 1. The U.S. women need 5 goals, and yet the clock won't run out on them. And what a start here for Gracie. Calm and composed to open things up. Not allowing Conrad and Beasley to find their feet. And then Leo McGraw, at 44 years old, gets the opening goal. You cannot write it. And for McGraw, the perfect way to sub yourself off with a goal. So now Conrad and Beasley have to chase. We've got hashtag United facing off against Cincinnati contingent Natty SC. Former FC Cincinnati players as well as Chad Ochocinco on the field next to ours. And that Jackson Boom Team Dempsey matchup as well. But for Gracie, what a composed beginning to this game. They've been cleaning their lines outside of a few electric moments from Dwayne De Rosario. They've been able to keep most of the game in front of them.
Team Dempsey goal. In the 32nd minute of the second half,
Coming off here, Jack Beck coming on. Beck, just 22 years old, out of Michigan State. Part of the all Big Ten team. Really need to, some of these teams sprinkle in players of all ages to be able to sort of manage the minutes as Nick Beasler heads that one back towards goal. Handled there by Nick Beasler. Adam John now dropping all the way deep. The old pillow feed out of Davis, California, as Beck floats that early one in.
On field 1 inside the stadium.
That ball to the far post, whether it's floated or hit on a rope, has been very dangerous so far in this tournament as long as you handle it with your first touch. So we've seen players either shoot off the volley, as we saw there with John, attack it to head it, or try and pull it back on their first touch for a runner coming across. And that has been pretty successful so far in creating opportunities. Also shooting from distance like we saw from McGraw. Leo McGraw at 44 years old, the oldest player on his team. Showing the young kids how it's done here. What a start from him. Pinelli has this one over to Barrett.
Gracie FC
Chance for Shukreel.
leads 1-0 over Conrad and Beasley United.
Assess the field. Pinelli and Shukreel so far have played almost every minute on that back line. Key to have that defensive base to what you're trying to do. Beasley. Wide for Beck. Back inside for Dijon. Long strike there. It's knocked down off the chest of Shukreel. One back here by Mond. Mond now battling. Aaron Mond. Trying to work an opening. He cannot keep his feet. No foul called. Notre Dame grad will put it out for the goal kick. Aaron Mond getting his first minutes of the game. Longtime RSL player in Major League Soccer. Towering header there from Alex Dijon. Dijon choosing to go over to Europe to start his career out of ODU. Played in Norway and Sweden. IK Start in Dalkurd before coming back to the United States. Played for Orlando City in Major League Soccer. Signed for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds in 2021 in preseason, and 2 weeks later was sold to Atlanta United, where he spent the last 2 years of his career. Long strike, and Kanopka's beaten once again. What a finish Lizarazu. He doubles the lead for his team. And the goals are smaller, but the fields are smaller, which means every shot is coming at these goalkeepers from point-blank range. Conrad and Beasley now trailing 2-0. It felt like they came out with some composure, but now they've been pulled apart by this Gracie team. Play out to Dejan.
We are underway for second half action.
Dejan now sneaks inside. Dejan with the cross. Cleared away. For Gracie FC now, this is exactly the game they want to play. They can keep their lines clean. They can find some chances in transition. That's where many of the teams have so far found success in this tournament. Not Apoel Tel Aviv. They just went completely all barred out from the opening whistle. Put as much pressure on as they could. Gorski now. Tamont. Out wide for Roque. Gorski finding space. Gorski now into John. Rolled back for Roque. Roque able to get the shot away. It's deflected in off Gorski. The lead cut in half. And at the perfect moment to get the momentum away from Gracie. You could see Roque trying to create space for that left-footed strike. And it's been good work so far centrally from Hunter Gorski to take up different spaces, and that's one of the keys in this tournament that we've seen so far. You need to be disciplined and positional in defense, but in attack you have to have pieces moving. Otherwise it's too easy to close down the space for the opposition team. Gorski there coming up from that center midfield position. Kanapka off his line to make the tackle. On now. He will put it out. Will stay in. One of the things is there is no throw-ins. There are kick-ins. I think you will start to see for players, corner kicks are not as bad to give up. You saw Mon there do everything he could to avoid it. That is how players are taught. That's how players are trained. But corner kicks are not that dangerous. They might even be less dangerous than a kick-in, which comes from a better angle. The only difference, corner kick is a direct shot, so it can go straight in. Where a kick-in is indirect, so it has to be touched first.
Conrad and Beasley united.
Alvarado Armas back to Gatinos. Gatinos' ball up top now as Gracie finds their feet, looking for another long strike attempt. Kanapka not going to be beaten by that one, though. And here is the man himself on the field, Jimmy Conrad, USMNT center back, 27 caps, including a start against the Italian national team in the group stage of the 2006 World Cup, former MLS Defender of the Year, 2005, and MLS Cup champion, leading this squad along with his former USMNT teammate Marcus Beasley. Jimmy Conrad here. Keep things tight at the back. Coaching right now with the San Francisco Glens in the USL 2. And his mind sharp from the soccer side, and of course you know him from every single platform that you have. YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, it doesn't matter. Jimmy Conrad's putting up some of the best content on all of them. Now he's trying to help his team fight back from a 2-1 deficit. This has been the most even game we have seen so far here on Field 5. We've seen some great tests back and forth. We have now seen multiple teams take 2-goal leads and come all the way back. We'll have, as of now, no stoppage time in this first half as John gets called for the foul. So, Gracie FC will go into the halftime whistle up 2-1 McGraw, at 44 years old, has the opener. Lizaraz, the second goal off the free kick. Hunter Gorski, though, the deflection off Roque's shot to cut the lead in half. And this team for Conrad and Beasley gets the momentum back. 20 minutes to go here in this second half before we reach target time. Because reminder, the clock cannot run out on any of these teams. We've got a ton more action coming up. I'm going to take a quick halftime break and be right back here on the TST YouTube page.
2, Conrad and Beasley United 1. And on field 3, that's the end of regulation. Your score, Team Dempsey 4, Jackson Boom 3. They head to target score time. The target score of 5. First team to 5 wins the match. And fans, a reminder of the TST rules. There is no slide tackling, no offsides. We play 2 20-minute halves, followed by target score time. At the end of the second half, we set a target score by adding 1 to the leading team's goal count. The first team to reach that target score wins. And during target score time, a player will be removed from each team every 5 minutes. On field 4. In the 30th minute, it's hashtag United 2, Nadia C 0. On field 3, Team Dempsey 4, Jackson Boone 3. They're in target score time with a target score of 5. first team to 5 wins. And remember, fans, each team will be removing one player after 5 minutes during target score time. On field 4, it's a goal for Natty SC in the 30th minute. Your score, hashtag United 2, Natty SC 1.
Beautiful setting at WakeMed Park in Cary, North Carolina for the first ever TST, the soccer tournament. $1 million on the line. Conrad and Beasley United here against Gracie FC. And this, arguably the most unique part of this tournament, it has already led to some incredible drama. At the end of this 20-minute half, so 40-minute game, we will set a target score. As you see, the target score will be plus 1 goal from the leading team. If we're tied, it'll be next goal wins. So if we stood right now, it would be 3 because Gracie has 2 goals. The first team to hit that target score, they win. So no matter what, we end on a winning goal, no matter how it happens. But every 5 minutes we don't have that target score scored, we will take a player off from both teams. So first 5 minutes, it will go down to 6v6, then 5v5, and so on and so forth throughout the game. We've had some wild finishes already. We had Kingdom FC in the first game here on Field 5. Down a man, score off a deflected free kick to get the goal for them. And there, of course, because of this, are no ties. So 3 points is everything to open up group stage play. Right now, hashtag United leading Natty SC in Group F in our other matchup. So that will be the team that everyone will be chasing. Conrad and Beasley will play against hashtag United tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And then Gracie FC will face off against Natty SC tonight at 8:30. So for Conrad and Beasley, you'd love to go into that game if hashtag holds on, sitting on the 3 points. Jimmy Conrad, it's his team by name, and he's out on the field now, trying to pull the strings to help his team figure it out. We saw a very composed start to this game for both these teams. But the long strike from McGraw changed everything as D-Row battles away. He does get the shot off, but the handball called earlier on as D-Row brought it down off his chest. Dwayne De Rosario, one of the many CONCACAF legends on the field here for Conrad and Beasley. Gracie FC in their dark blue kits with the gold numbers and trim, going right to left on your screen, leading 2-1. Conrad and Beasley United in the light blue and white kits going left to right as you see the changing goal. For Conrad and Beasley, Hugo da Silva, 33-year-old Brazilian indoor goalkeeping legend, comes on in place of Kanopka. We've seen a number of teams split at the goalkeeper position between halves. And I talked about it in the first half. These teams, as this games have gone along, have started to figure out the rules as Gorski claims a penalty kick for a handball. It won't come. But Ricard Carvalho, the Brazilian indoor legend for Conrad and Beasley, starting to sit behind the goalkeeper in the run of play because there's no offside, just to try and find an opening, be a threat, be difficult. Hunter Gorski has the goal in this one. He's been maybe the most active player coming across the field. We see now as Conrad and Beasley step every player into the attacking half. And Gorski once again finding space. And the foul will go against Gorski as he took a piece of the defender on his shot. See Pablo Gatinois behind the play, or the goalkeeper behind the play there. Simon Shukreel has held things down defensively along with Jonathan Lupinelli for most of this game. As Vitor Avellino comes back to help pick up Hunter Gorski. Gorski will immediately check out. Running subs here. So you don't have to wait for a stoppage. You can come in and out as much as you want. On the left wing here. Carvalho defending one-on-one, the battles of the 11s. It was one Brazilian against another, and Avellino called for the foul. Jimmy Conrad here. He gets called for a foul. Not something he was unfamiliar with in his career. What a career he had, though. Ended up unrecruited at UCLA. Played in the World Cup, 4-time MLS Best 11. MLS Defender of the Year. One of the best center backs that have ever played in the league. He, along with a lot of players at this tournament, Clint Dempsey, like this man, Dwayne De Rosario. We're not anointed as great ones as young players, but found their path. As Roque's shot is blocked, and the foul will go against Roque. There's a chance for Benelli to restart things. Benelli and Shukreel, both Frenchmen, along the back line. Jonathan Lupinelli, I owe a debt of gratitude to. He is the CEO of the Soccer Roof in New York City, where I play soccer, so we thank him for taking care of all the logistics so people can play, but now he gets a chance to show his game off here in this one as his cross is blocked away. Carvalho out wide for Roque. Lucas Roque and Ricardo Carvalho, the two indoor Brazilian players on this squad. We have seen Valida, the most indoor squad, as we get an opportunity for Carvalho to show off, but a team built almost exclusively of MASL players, having a dominant 6-3 win against Wolves in our opening match, as Team Dempsey comes from behind and wins 5-4 in the target score. So Team Dempsey coming out down 2-0 in their game. They fight all the way back, and that's what the target score opportunity is. The game never ends on a clock. You always have a chance, even if you're trailing by 7, 8 goals. You can score before the other team. You're going to get that victory. So a dramatic win for Team Dempsey. The foul gets called here. A team full of some high-profile pieces. Jermaine Jones and Johnson. John Kennedy Hurtado. Players littered from across Clint Dempsey's special career that he brought in, as well as some young unknown players who he's giving an opportunity to. Jose Aguinaga here on the ball. Aguinaga looking for the 1-2. They can't link up. Carvalho, look at Jimmy Conrad run. He's letting the legs stretch to the far side. He's got the assist. The 46-year-old Jimmy Conrad sets up pillow feet, and Adam John floats it to the far side. And we have equalized here. We weren't sure if Jimmy Conrad was even going to play in this tournament. He put his name on the team, but DeMarcus Beasley said, not me. But Jimmy always good for a game. comes in late in the first half. He helps solidify things. And the lung-busting run down the right wing, opening up that one. Aginaga now in on goal.
It's an equalizer goal from Conrad.
Naga cycles it back around. McGraw, the 44-year-old who had the opening goal in this one, back on the field for Gracie. McGraw here once again. The game just slows down when it's at his feet. Aginaga placed this one in, and the lead once again. Gracie FC take the lead for the second time in this one. Michael Corby with the finish. Corby set up by Aginaga. And again, the ball through the feet of McGraw. Good things happen. So Conrad and Beasley think that they've pulled the momentum back. But Gracie FC go ahead once again here. What a match we've got. It was a quiet opening 10 minutes. Composed between the two teams. We have 2 goals in 6 minutes from Gracie FC. And then Gorski, 1 minute after Lizarzo, made it 2-1. Then here in this second half, goals just 2 minutes apart. Corby now attacking. Going to be feeling confident off that goal, the Kingston Stockade player. As you see him tell his teammates to slow it down, shoot Creel back into the feet of Corby. It's turned over. Chandler Hoffman going back into an attacking position. Hoffman, one of the best goal scorers in USL history. Can he find an opportunity in this one? How composed of a finish was that from Adam John? As well as Michael Corby. Corby with bodies around him. He got his first touch perfect to set himself up. As Dejan steps forward now, but immediately taken back. Aginaga lays it off. Great defensive work from Barrett. Barrett, one of 3 Rider University alumni on this field. Midfield partner Jose Aginaga and their goalkeeper Pablo Gatinos. All 3 of them former Rider Broncos. Silva quickly rolls it out to the feet of Lloyd. Lloyd floats the long ball. It's been a successful move for a number of teams in this tournament so far. Early distribution and then the big cross-field ball over the back line. It's tough to score from it, but it's created dangerous situations. Gorski out to take the corner kick. Conrad and Beasley United, the light blue and white kits going left to right on your screen. Gracie FC, created by the Gracie family, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu legends, the MMA champion Paulie Gracie. Putting on a fine display in their dark blue and gold kits, going right to left on your screen, leading 3-2. Stepping forward and clipped on the edge of the box. No foul called. Adam John with the shot, and he's got 2 goals. Do not look away for a moment from this match. Drama in the corner. Questions over a foul or not. It bounces. And this man doesn't need to be asked twice. Adam John. He scored 17 goals in 2019 for Phoenix Rising. 6 goals off the bench the year before for Columbus Crew. 3 goals in his final season of professional soccer for Atlanta United. He knows where the back of the net is, and he's got 2 already in this one. Now the attack flowing once again. Hoffman puts that one behind the run of Gorski. You look at Dwayne De Rosario. Just confused by the pass for Dero. He just wants it to his feet at all times. Dero for Gorski. Gorski's ball across. Hoffman not able to connect. What a combination there. The two Pac-12 legends, Hoffman from UCLA, Gorski from Stanford. They used to face off, now trying to link up. And somehow Chandler Hoffman did not put that one in. Jimmy Conrad with his assist back on the field. Knocked away by the goal scorer, Lizarazu. Substitutions made here quickly as Conrad will immediately step back off. Alex Dijon on. This is Ricard Carvalho, who I'm a little surprised we haven't seen more of him, maybe, in this second half. Creel takes it away before it can get through to Dero. And the cross now blocked by Lloyd. So it'll be a corner kick coming. Chance for Gracie FC to push some numbers up. What a half. 3 goals in a 5-minute span between these two teams. You have to think more is coming here in the final 10 minutes of this second half. Right now, if we finish at this scoreline, it would be next goal wins. Target score would be set at 4. Whoever scores first would leave with 3 points in this first round. Beasley out wide. Carvalho, this is where he wants it. Left-footed strike. What a save! Gatnios. He could read the play coming. That didn't mean it was going to be easy. Carvalho, the indoor Brazilian legend, almost puts Conrad and Beasley United up for the first time in this game, and he's shown off his footwork once again. And he'll draw the foul on Alvarado Armas. These two teams sharing Group F with Natty SC and Hashtag United. Hashtag United coming over from England, one of the biggest social media followings in the world, helping present this tournament. Hosted the group stage draw.
With a target score of 4 in that match.
And they are facing off against a Natty SC team built mainly through FC Cincinnati players who played on the USL side, that created the buzz in Cincinnati to allow them to get that MLS team. They were putting 35,000, 40,000 fans in the building per game. They made the run to the US Open Cup semifinals. Some great players who then moved up to Major League Soccer, who still wanted to play together when they retired. Of course, welcoming in an NFL Hall of Famer at wide receiver, as Dero almost snuck that through for Carvalho. Wayne De Rosario at 45 years old. Not going to move as much, but if that ball's on his feet, watch out for oppositions. He is still one of the great goal scorers, and we're hoping if we get the goal, we see the legendary Dero celebration. Gatsios will restart play. Reminder, we approach the final 5 minutes of this one. As you see on the top of your screen, we're into target score time for Hashtag United against Natty SC. So the first team to hit 4 goals will win that one. Carvalho once again showing off his footwork. Now Dijon will restart play. DeMarcus Beasley and Jimmy Conrad, two of the biggest names in U.S. soccer. DeMarcus Beasley, and already a U.S. Soccer Hall of Famer. As Beasler puts this one across, those two came together to put together a roster for the inaugural TST tournament. This is the first time this tournament will run. The winner will be known forever as the first to do it, plus $1 million. They have grown into this game, trailing 2-0 early on. Goals from McGraw and Lazars from distance for Gracie FC. Lazars off the free kick put their team up. Gorski equalized a minute later. In this second half, Adam John equalized in the 27th. We saw Michael Corby put Gracie FC back ahead in the 28th before Adam John got his second in the 32nd. It has us not in at 3-3 and headed to a next goal wins, golden goal, target score. Beasley in a pocket of space here. Beasley to D-Row. D-Row with the chop. He claims for handball. No call made, but an opening for D-Row there. As now, Gracie a chance to attack forward. Ahmed Zaki not able to run that one down. He was closed down. A combination of Dijon and Carvalho. Both these teams starting to understand the space that's there and the flow of the game a little better. Okay, up to the feet of D-Row. Again, it's like glue once it's there. D-Row left home at 17 years old to join the Inter Milan Academy. Forged his own path we had never really seen for a Canadian soccer player. 4 MLS Cups, an MLS MVP, a Gold Cup championship in 2000 as well. The only in the history of Canadian soccer is what followed. Just one of a couple legends out here on the field. Former MLS Defender of the Year, Zach Lloyd, has his cross blocked. Carvalho's been electric. Beasley trying to lay it off. Chukreel heads it away. And Dijon will rotate all the way back. The sun peeking out here. Perfect setting for soccer. As we come towards the close of our first day session here of 4 days of soccer action. A chance to crown a champion and give away $1 million. Carvalho from the end line. It's cleared away as we approach the end of regular time and we head towards target score time. Right now it would be a next goal wins at 4 as this one's played in. What a save! Gatti knows. He had bodies in front of him. It's coming at pace from the top of the box. And he got down and he had to make it a clean save with D-Row lurking. And that'll be it for regular time. So we head to target score time. The target score will be set at 4. Next goal wins between these two teams. The chance to get some water. We will flip a coin to see who starts with possession, which can be so important. If the first goal means a winner, who will move into first place here in Group F action before their second match tonight? Every team playing 2 games in this first day. We close out group stage play tomorrow early on as we take a look at the rules. So our target score is set at 4. First team to hit 4 on the scoreboard, aka next goal, will win this one. If we do not have a goal after 5 minutes of play, we will pull a player off from both teams. We will then continue on at 6v6. If we have 5 more minutes played after that, we will continue on at 5v5 and so on until we'd end at 1 against 1, who no one knows what they would do. The understanding is you keep a goalkeeper on the field, but you can swap someone into goal before that and go from there. It would be shocking if we reach that point, but that's what this tournament was built for, to shock and amaze us. And it has been electric so far. You can hear the energy in the crowd. As off to the field next to us, Wrexham AFC is getting ready to take the field. The Wrexham Red Dragons, I think you've heard of them. We've seen some legends on the field already today. Heather O'Reilly putting on the boots for U.S. women. Jermaine Jones for Team Dempsey. We saw Douglas Silva, 39-year-old captain for Hapoel Tel Aviv. We have seen Kevin Grosskreutz from Borussia Dortmund squad. Marlon Harewood on the field for West Ham. Players from across the world putting on a display here, and we've seen a great one. Conrad and Beasley United against Gracie FC in this one. A 2-0 lead for Gracie in the first half. Cut in half by Hunter Gorski just a minute after Lizaraz free kick to make it 2-1. Adam John in the 27th minute off the assist by Jimmy Conrad for his team under his namesake to equalize. Then Michael Corby a minute later off the assist from Jose Aguinaga to make it 3-2, and Adam John once again. So watch out for that man right there. Number 2, Adam John. Stanford grad, scored over 40 career pro goals across Major League Soccer and USL. And he's got 2 already here in his first ever TST game. So you saw the coaching staffs discussing who would lead their group out here for the start of target score time, where next goal will win. This ball knocked down, Corby battling, and the foul will go against Corby as expected. Jonathan Lupinelli and Simon Choucriel, the 2 Frenchmen that have dominated in the back so far for Gracie FC, stay out there. As we've got an update from the field next to us. Natty SC with the first goal in target score time. They were trailing coming into it, so that pulls them into a tie with #United. And now the next goal wins, as the target score at that field was set at 4. I believe that would be our first come from behind target score time win of this tournament. And as I have said many times, the clock never runs out on you, so there is no deficit too large in this tournament. We don't have a deficit here. It's next goal wins off a tie. It'll be a corner kick to be taken now. Taylor Hoffman coming short to pick it up. Carvalho plays it in. John lays it off. Hoffman's shot is blocked, and it's over the crossbar. Heroic defending from Lupinelli once again. 33-year-old defender. He has played every minute of this one alongside Choucriel. He has been immense. Now rotated around. Carvalho all the way back to his Brazilian teammate Hugo da Silva. And Dejan not able to keep that one under control. And #United has hit the 4-goal mark. They take the victory in target score. Natty SC getting halfway there, but #United, the opening victory, and they will move to the top of Group F here. It will be a tie for first place on both points and goal differential, with whichever team wins this one. And Conrad and Beasley will face off against # later today at 8 p.m. Eastern time here in Cary. And they would love to do so, not having to chase the result in that one.
It is Como 1907-1.
But Da Silva gets us restarted quickly.
Wrexham Red Dragon 0.
A dramatic opening day of action. The crowds have been incredible. We didn't know what to expect. We've gotten a lot of what you can anticipate. Some incredible displays of skill. Intensity as John turns. Everything that touches his foot right now is a half chance for Adam John. He has risen to the level in this game. 32-year-old out of Davis, California, one of the soccer hotbeds right outside of Sacramento. Da Silva with the long throw. You're not allowed to throw it past that field, but it bounced just before to keep this play alive. Gorski now. We saw him take a knock early in this second half and sub off, back in and able to continue. Dejan out wide for Carvalho. Dejan now. Can't link back up with the Brazilian. Carvalho's been a bright light for this United squad. You have to think he will be a guy keyed in on the game plan for Natty SC and #United as this group stage goes along. Gorski the goal in the first half. Back to Hugo da Silva. Mon now on the field. As the running subs continue to allow here. Reminder, the referee is the one holding the 5 minutes when he will start pulling players off the field to open up the game. A chance, though, to win it here for Gracie, and it's taken away.
Natty SC will take on Gracie FC.
The players will be pulled off in a natural stoppage, so the referee will not blow the whistle every 5 minutes. Similar to what you see because of stoppage time in the first half or end of game. It'll happen at a natural break as this one's driven in and the header off the post. We thought maybe it would be too hard to score off a header from a corner kick, but the diving attempt from Michael Corby, looking for his second goal of the tournament there.
Once again, field 3.
A fantastic driven ball in.
United taking on #United in a Group F matchup. Kickoff is scheduled for 8:15 p.m.
Hugo da Silva. He breathing a sigh of relief right now as the Brazilian indoor legend. There was nothing he could do about that diving header. Aaron Mon, Jimmy Conrad, Roque back on the field. Looks like our referee has pulled off his first set of players, so we are playing 6-on-6. 5 in the field and the goalkeeper right now as we have played the first 5 minutes of target score time. It's very simple. The next goal wins. If it hits the back of the net, their team is taking 3 points out of this opening group stage match. Marcus Roque over to defend against Leo McGraw. McGraw has been phenomenal in this game. A goal in the first half, a second assist in the second half. As space opened up here, Aguinaga making the far post run. Miscommunication, and now Roque immediately for John. John not able to keep his feet. Conrad now pressing. Jimmy Conrad trying to up the ante here. Aguinaga keeps this ball in play. Drops it back. Benelli and Shukreel in a running sub format have played every minute in the back line. We'll see how their legs feel in about 7 hours when they kick off their second game. I am sure they would love to seal this one as soon as possible to save as much energy as they can. The long run here from McGraw. Da Silva brings it down. The space should open up now as we pull players off the field, playing 6v6. Roque swings it across. Jimmy Conrad down the line, played in, and D-Ro can't put it home. Textbook from Conrad and Beasley, and one of the great scorers in CONCACAF history just left to shrug his shoulders. He cannot believe he did not finish that one off. We are approaching the next 5 minutes, and we will pull off the next set of players and move to 5v5 in this game. What a match. 2-0 lead for Gracie. They couldn't hold it. 3-2 lead for Gracie. They couldn't hold it. And now inches away from winners from both sides as another header there is put over the crossbar.
Very tight match on field 5 as Gracie FC and Conrad and Beasley United are
target score time.
Next goal.
These two teams looking for a winner. Gorski with the shot, it's deflected. It'll go out for a corner kick. Gorski wants to take it quickly. They'll roll it back to Jean. Still playing at 5v5 here. In the field, 6v6 overall with the goalkeepers, of course. Gorski's got space. D-Ro in the box. D-Ro now trying to make up for it. D-Ro shot, and again just wide. He's ready to launch into his iconic goal celebration. But an inch too far to the right, an inch too far to the left. And Gracie FC still alive in this one. D-Row here, 6v6. Ball deflected. And hearts in mouths there for Gracie FC, watching that one go wide. D-Row takes it quickly. Carvalho lays it back. Dijon over to Lloyd. Lloyd battling. Lloyd trying to get to the end line. He's not able to get past Avellino cleanly. And now Gracie FC able to restart play. And it looks like we are now taking off our next set of players. So we are down to 5v5. 4v4 in the field here, looking for a winning goal. The clock cannot run out. This game must end on a goal. Its next goal wins. And we have played over 10 minutes here at this stage, and we have yet to find a winner. A chance to move to first place in the group from match day 1. To put your team halfway in to the knockout stages on the road to $1 million here at the TST.
And fans on field 5, the battle continues.
Gatinos made the gigantic save with bodies around him at the end of regulation just to keep it tied.
Knotted up at 3. 5-on-5, next goal wins.
Knocked down Jimmy Conrad at 46 years old, trusting himself to cover the space, but he turns it over from behind. Gracie now charging forward. Carvalho will take the foul. And I wouldn't be shocked as, yes, we see our second yellow card of the game. It's been a clean one compared to what we've seen from some other games. And Conrad will check off. Aaron Mond will come on. So you've got the two guys who scored from distance already standing over this one. Samitsa Lazarzu scored from a free kick in the first half. And that man, Leo McGraw, at 44 years old, scored the opener from distance in the top corner. They stand over this one along with Shu Creel. Do you risk the shot here? We are down to 5v5. We started at 7v7. We've played over 10 minutes of golden goal play. Shukreel will strike it, and it's just wide. Target practice right now for Gracie FC from distance. Hassani to curl it in. No one there. And a reminder, there's no support behind you. Just your goalkeeper. As two players have been pulled off the field. De Silva trying to go quickly up to Carvalho. Shukreel has played every single minute of this game. It's McGraw now. Going up against Carvalho. Shukreel drops it back. The goalkeeper becomes more and more important as players get pulled off the field. They're going to have to be active off their lines to fill in space. And you know shots are coming. McGraw at 44 years old, just carrying this team every time he touches the ball. Creel drops it back once again to Gatinos. After 5 more minutes, we'll pull another player off the field. As space will continue to open up, Mond headed along. At some point, the exhaustion should set in. But you have to tip your cap. These teams looking very fit, using their subs pretty well so far. It'll be Nick Beasley here who just came on. Mond now will lay it off. It's going to be tough to find an opening through passing here. Kind of waiting for someone to take someone 1v1, but if you beat your man, there's a ton of support. Both teams have their groups of subs up off the bench, ready from that midfield sub area to come in on the fly as players feel winded and ask for a sub. Beasley, look at this. Hugo da Silva in the attacking half as a goalkeeper. Hoffman now lays it off, and Beasley hits the post. Surely that was the winner. And again, Conrad and Beasley United left chuckling. They cannot believe they haven't won. D-Row with 2 just inches wide. And Beasley off the post. It was a gorgeous ball from Chandler Hoffman. This one played deep, just changed the point of attack. Aginaga battling with Beasley. Beasley's got his hands all over him. Aginaga maintains possession. Shukreel slides it over to McGraw. McGraw has played the entire set of target score time. This could be the chance, though. On the break, Carvalho's shot is blocked. It'll be a corner kick here. And on that stoppage, we will pull another player. We're down to 4v4 in this one. 3 field players and the goalkeeper. We have played over 15 minutes of golden goal, next goal wins action, and we have not found a winner. And Jimmy Conrad is out there for the team that carries his name. Michael Corby here. He had a gorgeous goal to make it 3-2. He almost had the header to win it in target score time. That felt like an eternity ago. At some point, the goalkeepers just have to dribble up the field and start taking chances themselves. We're on the verge of goalie wars. As Hoffman restarts play. And Hugo da Silva, the goalkeeper, just playing out in the field for Conrad and Beasley as another field player. He is a futsal player, so he's used to it. John's got 2 goals, trying to lay this one off. It has felt for a long time like if the winner's going to come, it'll be Adam John. Acres of space here. Does da Silva just dribble forward and hit one at some point? Here he comes. Da Silva, and it's saved. The goalkeeper, Hugo da Silva, playing as a 10. Adam John pulls it wide. A chance here, and it's off the crossbar. Adam John to Alex DeJean. TST for the first time ever. A 7v7 tournament for $1 million. Creating the target score rule off the back of the Elam ending in basketball. We need to end on a goal. The clock cannot run out. There are no ties. Next goal wins, and we have played over 15 minutes of action at this stage, and we are down to 4v4 here on Field 5. The line change as D-Rose back on the field with Roque and Mond. For this Conrad and Beasley team, this is mayhem. This is chaos. Are we going to get down to 2v2? At some point, someone has to try and take someone on 1v1. Feels like both teams are too scared to lose that 1v1 battle and open up space the other way. We have seen some incredible opportunities. Simon Shukreel has played every single minute of this game. It was supposed to be a 40-minute game. He is now approaching 60. He's got another game kicking off in 6 hours. What can the fresh legs do here in this one? Jose Pacheco with the shot. Pacheco, one of the youngest players on the field, trying to bring a little bit of energy. Hugo da Silva it could very well be off his foot, the winner, as we saw that strike from distance. And look, he's in no rush. Step forward until someone pressures you. For Gracie FC, you're hoping a mistake comes and you get a chance with the goalkeeper out. D-Ro posting up. Dwayne De Rosario, it's saved. Roque's shot, and there it is! Lucas Roque. He is one of the great American arena soccer players in history. Over 146 goals for the Baltimore Blast. It took almost 60 minutes. We were down to 4-on-4 in target score time. And Conrad and Beasley United come from behind twice in this game to win it and move to a tie for first place in Group F action here in the first ever day of TST tournament soccer. If you want drama, it is here. We still got a full day of games to go. What a way to start things off. We've seen offensive play, we've seen energy, we've seen saves, we've seen it all, and we have seen the most dramatic finish so far, as down to 4v4, Conrad and Beasley take the win and move to first place in this group. We've got a ton of soccer still coming up through the end of the night. This is TST Soccer from Cary, North Carolina.
8:30 p.m.